I think people lose their Southern accents when they're really trying to lose the South. And I think an accent in one's cultural capital really is in many ways a sign of where so many of one's emotions lie. And of course there are a lot of Southerners who've lost their accent in the North because they really have wanted to turn their backs on the region from which they came. This is something I've never wanted to do. I think certainly for a writer, it's just for the most selfish and self-serving of reasons, it's highly important that one retain his roots. And
Southerners have particular roots. I'm sure you believe it. You've said this
I
in
think
your
probably
books.
more so than people from other regions of America. I think it's no accident that the South has produced so many truly fine writers, beginning with Faulkner at the apex and so many others, because we do come from a reasonably settled place. It certainly has its flaws, immense flaws, but for a writer to come from to derive from a settled sense of community, from a storytelling past, is so important.
Well, who are your favorite writers? Are they Southern writers?
Well, no, I've often felt that the two great strains in American writing in this century have been the Southerners and the Jews. And I found a certain electricity between these two groups of writers, a great deal of mutual respect. And also, I think, as writers, the Southerners and the Jewish writers do share a very strong sense of community that I'm talking about. But William Faulkner would have to be my favorite writer in this country, not only because he's a Mississippian, but because he touches on so many of those well springs that I feel strongly about.
But you don't consider him in any way a regional writer, do you?
Oh, Lord, no. Faulkner created his own mythical kingdom, Yoknapatawpha County, but in the process of doing this, and with the rich characterization of all of his great tales of woe and anguish, he was writing not so much about one particular county as about the human race. And quite often it's easy to confuse regionalism with broader human concerns, and Faulkner certainly transcended the regional. I think more so than any writer of our time.